excited for a round yet. And we've done quite a few of these, Ev, so
Yeah.
I've got a pretty good feeling about this one.
At this point, I feel like just a veteran Realm Royale caster. I mean, so many rounds. But
Evan, literally no one has casted more Realm Royale than you in the entire world.
That's actually crazy to think about it. Wow.
Out of everyone else on the planet.
In the planet. I always wanted to be the best in the world at something.
You haven't been dethroned yet, my friend.
Exactly, because no one else has done it.
Hey, you take it where you can get it.
I'll take it where I can get it.
That's right.
Exactly, dude. At this point, though, Summit and Josh going to Northport, which usually is a lot of loot, not a lot of people. We'll check back in on that because there were 4 squads there, but Ninja and Chappie fighting Lupo and Ruski, who will come out alive. Chappie's been so solid for Ninja. Obviously, Ninja doing well early, taking a couple of spills towards the later parts of these games. But, you know, from watching him so much, he seems to just get better with time, figuring out what he needs to do. Very analytical in his play.
Oh, but he takes a big shot right away and only
Yikes.
1 healing potion. Now, this is where that engineer passive of getting some of that armor back can be very, very helpful. But still, when you take a headshot like that, I believe that was only 1 shot from someone from the other squad, and he and Chappie immediately have to start backing up.
And the thing about this, they don't know who each other are. So this is best buddies fighting, and they don't even know it at this point, which is pretty hilarious right now. Josh and Summit actually just got early eliminated by Kefri, none other. And that is actually a really interesting turn of events because they've been doing very well up until that moment. And I think at this point, Chappie and Ninja just trying to run away.
Oh, man. I think Lupo lost them there. They were looking to hunt them down, but good moves through the trees, you know, using that bit of cover gets Chappie and Ninja out of danger momentarily, but they've got to find healing and fast.
Dog, Butterbutt, which you said is Hafu at this point. I'll believe you. Pushing into Jitobo and Shroud. So this will be an interesting fight. Shroud and Jitobo haven't been tested very much in the early game. Late game, they obviously have that one big fight somewhere, whether it's to Fran, whether they're running into Summit and Josh. But early on here, if they can get tested, maybe use some of their resources. Again, this is something that the entire lobby is wanting to happen, to just take away some of the lead that they have established already and just make it easier for them to come back and see some prize money.
It's really crazy. I mean, I already said I can't believe Dog didn't play more of a shirtless class, but I also can't believe he didn't go for Mage. I mean, he's played against Ice Block for so long now in the Hearthstone scene. Like, you'd think that he'd be right there and accustomed to it.
One would think, right? But, you know, it always seems to surprise you how these things play out. Right now, Butterbutt jumping down, and oh my God, instantly deleted. DeFran taking out Camille's as well, notable as Danny and him fall. But boy, Dog may just have a little bit of time to play some Hearthstone before the next lobby.
Hopefully it's some Face Hunter or something so you can get a game over with quickly because the pace of these has been moving pretty solidly as Jitobo and Shroud win yet another 1v1. Those will be their first 2 elims and could give both chickens over to one of those 2 if they wanted to craft their legendary class weapon, but most warriors and engineers have been more worried about their legendary armor and legendary abilities more so than the class weapon itself. Feels like really only Hunter, Mage, and Assassin are really that concerned with getting that class weapon.
I 100% agree with you on that one. Here over on the side of Ice Haven that's closest to the water in Old Manor, actually. They've actually found who they were looking for. They don't know who it is yet. They don't know it's Chappie and Ninja. Lupo and Ruski just following 2 players who look like they are good targets for some early elims, but Ninja has done desperately to try to find some armor, try to find some health, just get geared up, and he's done a decent job. First ability picked up is a barricade, which if you're going to have one ability as an engineer, Ryan, I think this is the one you want because it gives you a lot of 1v1 potential and team cover.
Safety is the real key, and that's what engineers really desire. Firebomb as well, pretty important to make sure you get some sort of offensive capability in your ability pool. Yeah. That's really all they have to offer in that regard.
Things getting interesting here. Gotaga and Mikolo, they were so fun to watch yesterday as well, placing a lot of top 10s, actually about 8 top 10s, I believe, but just not able to take the crown. So close yet so far. Nice net shot as well from Koa. Him and Forsen looking to clean it up, running the Mage, the only consistent Mage player I think we've seen aside from Biz in these lobbies, but Forsen goes down. Great flank from Gotaga. Nothing to mess with there, as now Koa thinks maybe I should back out.
Could, potentially, but he knows Mikolo and Gotaga are both so low. You know he wants it. You can feel he's still hanging around. He's not getting out of there right away. Really wants to capitalize on the work that Forsen put in, but by waiting this long, you've already given up your opportunity.
And I mean, first round, he was top 2. He was literally the 2nd squad dead, so they did not take a positive score. I think Koa's going to do exactly what he did last time. He's already got 2 legendary pieces. he should be fine as we head over to the Fungal Forest here. Incon and Lasses, who now have elimination to their name and now are giving themselves a chance to have a big fight, running across Tides of Time and Dyrus. So early shot, concussion bomb will miss.
Pushing forward, though. Dyrus really looking for the action right off the bat here. Is he doesn't have a whole lot of loot in to his name, but exactly what you want is not very high rarity at this point. Both charge and that shield potion. Gonna mount up and try and get this chase. Incon and Last probably just don't know exactly what they're up against. Good shots.
Oh, man.
Coming from Incon. Shield potion good from Dyrus, and may have saved Tide's life there.
Big time response. When you're running away and someone's aggressing onto you, to turn around and then apply more damage to them than they did to you is a huge swing in the momentum of a fight. And Incon and Lassus know it. They've got Dyrus in a house as well as Tides of Time. They don't know the health. Dyrus still has some shield, so they'll know when the yellow numbers come in that he's not completely dead to rights here. Lassus got to play careful. Incon trying to get the angle, and he pokes Dyrus' shield away. So now they know there's a vulnerable target in there, and that's why you see the aggression from Lassus. Tides of Time peeks out, and there's the chicken. Now they feel good to push this Ryan. I think Dyrus is home alone, and this is not going to turn out the way the movie.
Oh, charge, though. Dyrus gets that kill, but he's looking to take down Incon as well instead of finishing off that egg, and he gets chickened. Well, the egg came first, but the chicken goes out first. Incon and Last win yet another fight, and they've got shards aplenty. They'll be getting their class weapons sooner rather than later.
It's a not fun gamble that he took. It's like, all right, you know, I'm $150 down in Vegas, or maybe $1,000 down. I could be $900 down if I get this elimination and just focus on that, versus maybe I'll get a chance to go $300 down, or maybe get break even if I survive. So he goes for the double kill, even though an egg kill is available. And what that does, it just helps Lassus and Incon to still be very, very competitive towards this final circle.
Chappie and Ninja have managed to escape the eyesight of Lupo and Ruski, but they nearly ran in to Sony and Overpowered, but will not challenge them in the Forge. Even though the Forge wasn't happening, I believe they heard Overpowered running around inside, so instead they'll head towards this barn, but Kefri lying in wait. Sniper shot's good.
And this is a dangerous spot. Ninja's not close enough to help. Simply Eye's going to finish off Chappie, and that's it. Ninja isolated, went, but didn't make it in time, so he's just going to run. He knows exactly what Chappie did over the last couple of rounds that was so successful, brought him into a 1v1, and so Ninja by himself for the rest of the round.
Surprised that we're seeing so much slow play from some of these teams. I mean, Overpowered and Sony doing very simple, very similar things to what High and Kefri are doing right now. And even though, yes, that was a kill for Kefri, they are at 5 elims already, so they can afford to play it a little bit more slowly. But still, this isn't the same aggressive mentality we saw from Kefri and Bird yesterday. And I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be quite as successful for them. Even if they get into the later stages, the amount of score they'll get will still really won't be worth the slow play style.
And when you're playing slow like that, it's just such a godsend to have someone run in unbeknownst to where you're standing and just be a free kill. I mean, they just deleted, obviously, Chappie coming in, Imtashed with a nice kill, and B-Chills, the other mage kind of main outside of Diz and Forsen in this lobby, is very close to it being approached by Ninja. This would be a 1v1, Ryan. This
is probably the best 1v1 Ninja could possibly get.
Oh, and they're both Ninja's running.
At this point, but they both decide to separate from one another. And I think it's really just a mentality shift that some of these players need to kind of get through their heads. I don't mind either one of them running because neither know that it's a solo, so they might be thinking they're walking into a 2v1 trap as Hova and KN Cool look pretty weak at this point, and indeed they will fall down. Going back to this slow play from Kefri and some of these teams, Sony and Overpowered, I think it's just a mindset thing that it feels weird still. When you're playing a Battle Royale, this is the first time that, except for yesterday, that these players have been able to play in a tournament setting, a big format where they can go 10 rounds, something of that nature, and just have that, they're still thinking, we need to win this game. Just getting a good placing is really all that matters. But it really isn't. In these longer formats, it's better to go out 14th or 15th, but still get 7 elims every round than to go out 9th with 1 elim. You get a better placing that way. And so it's so counterintuitive to the way that every other Battle Royale competition has really been, and how you play Battle Royales on a day-to-day basis. Competitive is going to be different than that. And I think that still being so new is part of the reason why we are seeing some of this slow play, and we'll see teams start to realize that, we'll go out early, we'll go down with 6 elims, and we'll get rewarded for it.
A team that I've been watching so just intently is Lasses and Incon, and the adjustments they've made just from yesterday have been astronomical.
Is it just that Incon or Lassus went to Warrior instead of Hunter?
I mean, it might be that, but I think it's more just the mentality shift that he's had, and it's this slow play you talked, where you're going to take fights. You know elims matter, but you're not going to just force it. You're not going to drop lumber, like I said, hot in the barn and just say, hey, I'm a man, come at me. It's like, we don't care. You're going to turn into from a man to a chicken. That will be the fastest metamorphosis we've seen since Franz Kafka. Now, I think at this point, you have to look at 24 Alive and say, is this the time we start pushing?
I don't know that it is, because you kind of want to be aggressive in the earlier stages, right? Where not everyone has as much healing. Your engagements are going to tend to be shorter, but there is more of a risk of getting jumped on by a different team that you never see coming in the early game. As Kefri finds another one near his barn. Courage is right there, and he's on the run. Is Simply High trying to spot him out, but may have given him the slip.
Courage here, definitely back against the fog, not necessarily the wall, the moving wall, so to speak.
Shot.
Great stuff from Kefri. And Simp is in trouble, so is Courage. Already lost his partner, Kefri, with another kill, and so 7 elims, Ryan. They've been playing this game the right way. The best of both worlds, really, a mix of finding eliminations and also staying alive and riding the outer circle. So excited to check in with them as we head back to Gotaga and Mikolo.
These two very consistent yesterday. I believe you had the number right on the money there with 8 of top 10s at this point. And this is very close to the circle here near Goblin Gulch. It turns out this is exactly where Gotaga and Mikolo dropped. But check this out. They're going to start forging right away, and that's the signal. Everyone knows now that there's action. Someone's cooking in the kitchen here at Goblin Gulch.
And Imtash and Stone Mountain. I mean, Imtash playing yesterday, obviously in the tournament, helped him a lot. But Stone Mountain's been playing some Realm Royale. You know, he's a Facebook streamer. You may not be in those channels where you're constantly going to Facebook to watch streams yet, but there are a lot of names that are coming out of that. And I think he's showing that adding him to Imtash with the veteran experience from yesterday and now just a little bit more of a caliber of play, that they're in top 20s a lot. I mean, we're seeing them a lot, having a chance to do something in these later rounds.
Oh, Kefri gets spotted out by Defran, has to use Ghost Walk right away, and look at this. Defran not wasting any time at all, does the superhero landing into the smoke screen so he's invulnerable. That was genius.
That was so smart right there. And he wants Simply High as well. Looking for the concussion bomb. He's going to dismount, and it's a Warrior. Going to be very hard to catch. I think that was an attempt at maybe throwing a concussion bomb to say, you know, maybe I'll get lucky, maybe Christmas will come early, but I don't think it travels that far, at least at that vertical.
Look at this. On the right side of this mini-map, Simply High did get chickened by Defran somehow, I believe, unless that was Team 5 who's coming in hot from the east. That's Overpowered and Sony.
This is a big deal, and so they have to give the chicken up. Simply High may escape here, or he may get taken down by another team, but what's most important is that Adelaide and Defran stay alive, and Simply High will make it out. He's got plenty of potions and great gear as well. But they are moving with this circle now, Ryan, as it is closing in with 57 seconds left before it reaches its destination.
This is the disadvantage, though, playing that slow sort of style, is Simply High still being chased by Defran and that squad, and will go down this time. Don't understand a way that Simply High could escape, and may leave that for the fog to take care of, though might take your kill from you. Defran does decide to just let it go, I believe, as Overpowered and Sony were able to skirt around the outside there and not go head to head.
So he's still alive.
Yep.
I
mean, alive for the moment.
He's not going to make it, obviously. He should be going down soon, but that's an elim, hopefully, that goes their way. It'd be unfortunate to let that go because of the length of time, potentially, to a fog kill, yeah.
And those -1 points, so critical. We were watching Lassus and Incon earlier. Seems like they have taken a spill as we get down to the final 15. Again, another Badlands finish here, Evan. We saw this in that last round where Overpowered made plays. Now it's Koa's turn to try and make some plays of his own. Good mobility, but not good enough. He falls to Gotaga and Mikolo, who looks like they successfully got their forging done, and they got a lot of farm for it. I mean, what was that, a legendary Ghost Walk and a legendary Blink for Gotaga?
Great spot for them, but look at Defran. Him and Adelaide rushing into Dr. Lupo And Mad Ruski, who is very low, Defran knows somebody's in here. He hears the potion, can't quite make up the jump. Doesn't know if he wants to give up the blink cooldown. It is a common. 15 seconds now, and a nice ghost walk from Lupo. Great play from him. Smokescreen as well. Assassin mirror. Defran chickens him mid-air. Doesn't even let him hit the ground. Man. Disgusting.
Defran has really been much more willing to switch to that burst rifle than other assassins have, and it's paid off. Look at that, another kill.
My God.
For him with this burst rifle. 5 elims for him, 2 for Gale. 7 in total for Team 8.
I believe outside of the Legendary Assault Rifle, this is the highest DPS in the entire game. The Legendary Burst Rifle, you're hitting 300 per burst. That's 900. This can also headshot, giving you that 2x multiplier, which is just so effective in really eliminating a target. It also, a big deal is that with one burst, we'll clean up a chicken, and that just saves you time. It saves you another shot, saves you a reload potentially. Adelaide getting in a fight with Mikolo and Gataga, who's actually responded with chickening them, but how much can Defran do? We've been talking about his mechanical prowess. Concussion bomb mid-air, looks to try to find it. Ghost walk as well from Gataga. He's not going to let this one go though. Ryan Defran is hungry for the wolf,
with the
and he's gonna
last
find
burst. The last burst, Defran was all out of ammo after that. Didn't have a shot in the sniper. Didn't have a shot in the burst.
Look at this chicken off.
Couldn't believe that he was going in that spot, but ends up working out. Gale and Mikolo both here, but one of these eggs has a teammate there with them. But Mikolo respawns.
All eggs are not created equal, apparently. And however, Adelaide puts himself in a very precarious spot. And even if you don't die there because you know Defran's coming, I mean, you waste another chicken. You have only 3. It's not a mechanic we see come into play often, Ryan, but you can only go into a chicken 3 times. If you do that and you revive, the 4th time you will instantly just combust. No chicken chances anymore. So you have to actually, if you have 1 or 2, start to think about that, whereas usually it doesn't come into play.
Well, Gale didn't have to use his second chicken form, so okay. Ninja, less okay, is spotted by Defran and Gale. They've been the aggressors, and what do you know? They look like they're in a great spot to win because of it. Now, 9 elims. No matter what happens, they've gotten a negative score.
And Ninja really just goes and says, I'm not going to camp too much. We've already done a decent job. We're not going to get too crazy of a positive score. 8 alive. And he just tries to find some kills. I don't mind that at all. But this is really Defran's game to lose. I mean, him and Adelaide, the times they've been together as a pair in this late game has not been too often, and they are looking unstoppable.
They really are. Defran is just putting on a show. You talked about it, that often said as one of the best, if not the best, mechanical player in the realm right now, and really putting it on display here. Using the blink, cutting off the escape route in this building. It's just been beautiful. And
he's kitted too. I mean, that's the other thing, Ryan. He's just got such an advantage as far as the kit he's been able to apply. And that's the thing. When you play sniper, or when you play an assassin, a lot more snipers, a lot more concussion bombs, and smoke screens of a legendary quality will fall off of the bodies that you take down. And with them taking down 12 bodies in this game already, potential for, I think, a total of 17 if they just slay out for the rest of the lobby, they're looking good.
Defran does take a shot there from either Stone Mountain or M Target, who are sitting up on top of that hill. Or M Tash, excuse me.
M Target, I was like, man, is that Target?
I don't know,
Target spinoff? Like that's a Nordstrom's rack?
Yeah, just I know he's gonna get that sponsorship.
Okay, there it is.
I'm trying to help
change his name from M Tash to M Target.
Yeah. That's sometimes you just gotta, if the sponsorship
money's there, baby.
I'll change my name to
call me Rain Pepsi, baby.
Tagro any day now, bro.
Exactly.
Call me.
Targro. How about that?
Oh, there you go. That could work.
Or Agrit.
You can call me whatever you want. All right. If Target's calling.
If Daddy Target, now I'm saying it, Target. If Daddy Target picks up the line and says, "Hey, Aggro, we want you," he'll be available.
You think they got ocean clothing available for me?
I mean, if the sea was a sponsor getting into esports right now, you've got
How
the
could
anchors,
you not
you've
look
got
at
the
me?
seahorses. I mean, Aggro's at the top of the list of people I'm calling.
It's my brand now. The brand.
Yeah,
His brand is slaughtering people in the realm, and he's done a good job of that so far.
Oh, he hit it.
For M Tash, puts him in that chicken form.
God.
Gale gets it done, and Stone Mountain also got chicken. Not sure if this was by Team 8, but Team 8 going to be the ones to claim the kill for it.
And I'm telling you, Ryan, the fact that you have a burst cleaning up that chicken with one opportunity means that no one else can grab it. That's something that may be overpowered, and Sony, who have showed up as our competitors as well to win this game, maybe could have taken onto their side. A smoke screen as well. It's an NG and an assassin versus two very, very memorable players, but you can see the concussion bombs. It doesn't miss this time around. Sony gets taken down by Defran. Oh, but he stays alive and he leaves it up to Adelaide, Ryan. Sony most likely will burn to death here. Defran